Philosophers used observation and reason to find causes for events. They studied mathematics, music, and logic. The word philosophers means lovers of wisdom. Much modern science traced its roots to the Greek search for laws that govern the universe. Socrates was an outspoken critic of the sophists. He was an Athenian stonemason and a philosopher. He wrote no books, but he did ask people about their beliefs. Socrates used the Socratic method. The Socratic method is posing a series of questions to a citizen and making them examine their answers. Most of what we know about him comes from Plato. His enemies accused him of corrupting the city's youth when he was about 70 years old. He was condemned to death by a jury. Plato was one of Socrates' students. He fled Athens for 10 years. After that, he set up a school called the Academy. He emphasized the importance of reason. Plato wrote a book called The Republic, where he described his vision of an ideal state. He divided his ideal society into 3 groups. The first group is workers to produce the necessities of life. The second group is soldiers to defend the state. And the third group is philosophers to rule. Aristotle was Plato's most famous student. He analyzed all forms of government, and he was suspicious of democracy. He later began his own school. Every object on Earth had an ideal form. They reflected a similar concern with balance, order, and beauty. By 450 BC, Greek sculptors had developed a new style that emphasized more natural forms. Their work was lifelike and idealistic. Sculptors carved gods, goddesses, athletes, and famous men in a way that showed human beings in their most graceful form. Greek architects sought to convey a sense of perfect balance to reflect the harmony and order of the universe. The most famous example is the Parthenon. The Parthenon is a temple dedicated to a Greek goddess. It is a simple rectangle with columns to support the roof. Greeks developed their own style in literature. Europeans admired the Greeks' quote, classical style, and by that they mean the elegant and balanced forms of traditional Greek works of art. Tragic drama was the most important Greek contribution to literature. Plays were based on popular myths and legends. The Greeks applied observation, reason, and logic to the study of history. Herodotus is often called the father of history because he went beyond listing names of rulers or just retelling ancient legends. Herodotus traveled to many lands collecting information. He used the Greek term history, which means inquiry, to define his word. Our word history is an evolved version of it. He never used biased sources, and he invented conversations and speeches for historical people.